you're with Libby from libbystamps.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. And today I thought I'd bring you this video tutorial on how to do the black magic technique using the Lift Me Up bundles. So the Lift Me Up clear or wood mount stamps and the Up and Away Thinlet dies. Now they're only available as a bundle till the 31st of May, and they're 10% cheaper as a bundle than if you buy them separately. So if you like them, and they are a great set and it's very versatile, you need to get it before the 31st of May. So they're the things we're using today. We're using this die, this Thinlet die from the pack, which goes around this medium-sized balloon, and we're using our watercolour pencils, which come in the brights colours at the moment, and the Whisper White craft ink from Stampin' Up, and I'll tell you about that in a minute, and Versamark and white embossed powder. So it's a 10th fold card, so it's 29.6 by 10.5, and it's scored in half and folded. We're using Whisper White card, which is 14.3 by 10, and the basic black piece on top is 13.8 by 9.5 centimeters. What we're going to do is do the top of our card, and the first thing we're going to do is the sentiment, which I've stamped in Versamark, and we'll just do that together. I ink up my stamp in Versamark. Now wipe it over with your embossing buddy first. That way you know you've got rid of fingerprints that might grab some of the embossing powder or any static build-up. So I bring my Versamark in and ink it up, and I'm going to put my stamp in about the middle this time, just for something a little bit different. And then I'm going to bring in my white embossed powder. Now I keep my powders in these takeaway containers that I buy in bulk from the $2 shop or the supermarket, and I just put a spoon inside, and that allows me to put my embossing powder over my cardstock and not have any spill anywhere else on my surface. And I give it a good thump to get the spare powder off, and then all I need to do is heat set that, which I'll do now, and I'll be back in a minute when that's done. Alright, that's heat set, and look, really this card would be a great card for a man or somebody who likes hot air ballooning. Now I'm going to bring in my crafting, and I'm going to stamp with my bigger balloon first. And you need to have your crafting quite juicy so that you get a good impression. And I'm going to stamp off down here, so just off to the side, good press down, and then maybe another one down here, a partial one. Then I'm going to come in with my smaller balloon, ink it up, and you're just going to put random ones around. Whisper White craft ink stays quite wet, so you want to be careful you don't get it on your fingers and put it on your card front like I've just done. I'm just going to come in like that and stamp that one, and maybe one over here and another one here, and then we'll just do some partial ones up the top. Now you need to heat set that because the ink stays wet, so I'll be back in a moment when I've dried it with my heat tool. Alright, now you can tell when it's dry because it's not tacky anymore, so you can carefully, after you've dried it for a few seconds, put your finger on it and just make sure it's no longer tacky. Now the other thing I do is I work with a piece of scrap paper under my hand, so I'm not moving any of the coloured pencil around on the black card. So we go ahead and we colour our balloons in again with our white Whisper White watercolour pencil. And I will do all of this, but I'll speed the video up once we've done this one, and so you don't have to watch me do it all. So you just colour around all the bold parts of the balloon, around the edge and down in this part. I also do part of the basket. Alright, so that's that one done. And you can go back over and colour bits that you think you might have missed.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find inspiration. All I'm saying is you can do it. I wanna hear you say, I am independent. I am dedicated. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Yes, I am. I am in control. I am. Watch me go. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Can you hear me say, yes, I am. Lead, inspire destiny. Require every dream to believe.
Alright, so I've gone over all my balloons in Whisper White, and I did 2 of these medium-sized balloons and I cut them out, die cut them with this die. So I've got 2 of those already done. Here's one, and you do the same technique with that. Alright, then you come in and choose some of your colours. On this one I've used Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Calypso Coral, Real Red and Bermuda Bay. But on this next one I'm going to put in some Rich Razzleberry and Pacific Point, and we might add a bit of Melon Mambo in there as well. It'll still make a good mail card. So I'm going to come in with my Pacific Point, and you just colour over the white that you previously did. So you're going to come in and you're going to colour all that area that's white now. And that's how you get the black magic technique. So you Stampin Crafting, Whisper White Crafting, colour over the image with your white Whisper White pencil, and then come in with whatever colours you want and colour over that Whisper White part. So that's all there is to it. So this one's Pacific Point I'm using, and again I'm not going to make you watch all this. I'm sure you don't want to watch me colouring in. So I'll just finish this one off and then I'll speed up the video till I get the end finish. And again, I still use that piece of scrap paper under my hand just so I'm not transferring any of the colour onto the black part of the card. Alright, so I'll be back in a minute when I've done the rest.
Lead the dance and run with what is in your heart. Let the magic start. You're in charge. Yes, you can. What's the plan? Come on, let's do this and do it now. I want to hear you shout. I am independent. I am dedicated. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Yes, I am. I am in control. I am. Watch me go. Doing it my way, doing it my way. Can you hear me say, yes, I am. You can do it, change and grow. You can have
I've finished all my colouring now, so I'm going to bring in my card base. Now on the other one, on this one, I just used liquid multi-purpose glue on both layers. This one I'm going to do some Stampin' Dimensionals. So the white layer is already on with liquid multi-purpose glue, and I'm just going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on this one. I'll be back in a minute when I've put it on the front of the card. Alright, so we're ready to put this on the front of our card, and as I've said before, just sort of carefully place it until you're happy with your placement, because it's hard to take it off if you push it all down. Yeah, that's about it. The balloons, we need to put some dimensionals on them, and I've already done one. Now I used a full dimensional on the back of the top of the balloon, and then I've just come in and I've used one of these little pieces in here on the corner for the behind the strings sort of, and the basket of the balloon. And then you just need to remove the backing, pop your balloons on. Now we might place this one up here, and this one can go over here. So it's a little bit different to the last card. So here's the first card and the second card we've made. So both great cards. On this one I've done Whisper White, Old Olive, Daffodil Delight, Real Red and Bermuda Bay. This one's got Pacific Point, Rich Raspberry, Daffodil Delight and Old Olive with some Melon Mambo, Pacific Point and Rich Raspberry there. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.